What's up, everybody? It's Mike with Alpha Reptiles, back with another video today. And today is the June Reptile Room tour, so why don't we consult the calendar and we'll see what day it is. As you can see right here on our handy dandy calendar, it is Friday, June 1st, and we are doing this right now. Getting right on with the tour, we're going to start off with Bane, the Leachianus gecko. This is his tank right here. It is a 24 by 18 by 24 Exoterra, and Bane's actually out right now, so before he zips into another dimension, I'll get him on camera for everybody. There you go, you can see Bane. He is a Nuana cross Nuami Leachianus gecko, and he is over 2 years old now, 2.5-ish. He's doing great. Oh, he knows what's up. It's like, the feds, they're here. But yes, this is his tank. It is a nice tank, I'm pretty sure. I like it quite a bit, but he seems to be doing really well. He's eating, he basks in his UVB bulb, and in jam-packed July, I'm going to be making a video making the glass top for this tank. So stay tuned for that. Moving to another one of the personal favorites, or your guys' favorites, not personally, but this is Tig's tank. Tig is a Crested gecko. She is a partial pinstripe Harlequin Cresty, and as per every single video that I make, she's actually not out right now, but her tank is doing well. She's doing great. I think she might still have eggs in her, or she developed more, but her tank's doing well. She's eating a lot, and she's staying healthy. On to another one of the reptiles that we have in the room. These are my group of Phelsuma laticata, or the gold dust day geckos. There's currently 4 of them in here. I recognize that is too many for this size tank, as I'm building their new tank right now. Stay tuned for a video if you guys are interested. But these guys are doing really, really well. They're actually not super aggressive with one another, which is kind of nice. You can see one of them right there, and another one directly below him. They're doing really well. They're eating well. They're actually pretty chill for day geckos, which is kind of rare, but really nice at the same time, because sometimes these guys can be a little bit nuts. They're doing awesome. As you guys can tell, this is kind of a speedy Reptile Room tour. We are going to be having an epic Reptile Room tour coming up in July, where I get most of the animals that are holdable out and show you them and talk a little bit about them. So it'll be a really long Reptile Room tour, but that's what's going to kick off the jam-packed July. And that is what I'm decided to name our May Madness replacee. And I know that was suggested by one of you guys, so thank you very much. I cannot remember who suggested it though. With that being said, we can show you the Shellman's tank. This is his pen. He's got a UVB bulb there, he's got a mercury vapor bulb there. His tank has some live plants, and it's pretty basic. He is a pretty basic little guy. I think he's like 4 years old now, which is pretty insane. He's doing really, really well. His tank is doing great. I will have to be replacing that light in the next probably 3 months or so. But other than that, his pen is 5 feet long by 2 feet front to back by 16 inches tall. So that gives you a reference just for how big it is. And with that being established, we can move on to some dart frogs. This is the first dart frog tank that I'm going to be showing you guys. There's a male and a female right here calling. These guys are the Ufaga Pumilio Elmerente. This is their tank. Not the most incredible tank that I've ever had, but honestly it does the job, and they're starting to breed in here, so I cannot be too disappointed with that. I will probably end up redoing this tank after I get all the other tanks made for the newcomers and upgrading the day geckos as well. Moving on from them we can go to the large Dendrobates auratus, and you can see them chilling in their back corner. Their tank is doing really, really well. If you guys are interested on an update about this tank and what it used to look like versus what it looks like now, I'll leave a link in the top of your screen, one of the tops of your screen, so you guys can go check it out. I think this tank is looking very, very nice. Oh, they're starting to call too. What's with that? Oh yeah, come on up. Come on, there you go. Look how gorgeous they are. They're such beautiful frogs. And now that I cut back all their leaves, you can actually see them more often, because when their front was all grown in, I hardly saw them ever. But now that I trimmed it up a little, you can see them out fairly regularly. And the last dart frogs that we have are actually up here. These are the Dendrobates tinctorius azureus. There you are, you can see him. Or her, I don't really know. And one directly behind, like, hey, what's up? We being fed? No, it's just a video. Sorry, guys. After the video, you guys will get fed. But those are probably one of the best beginner dart frogs in the hobby, honestly, between them and the auratus, as well as the bumblebee dart frogs. Those will be my recommendations for any beginner that are starting in the world of dart frogs. Enough about the dart frogs, though. We'll continue this quick reptile room tour on Bowser. And here we are at Bowser's tank. This is my man Bowser. If you guys don't know who Bowser is, he is a Varanus acantharus, also known as a Ackie monitor or ridge-tailed monitor, depending where you live. He's the red, so he'd be the Varanus acantharus. You guys can just see how incredible his pattern is. Such a beautiful little animal. And his tank is a 2 foot by 2 foot by 4 foot long custom made enclosure by one of my buddies. He's got the Dragon 14% UVB on that side, and he's got a nice hot basking spot on that side. These guys are definitely one of the monitors that I would recommend people as like a starter lizard, because they are super, super intelligent. They will learn your habits as well as like your feeding mechanism. So when they hear a certain cue, they will come over and know it's feeding time if you do the same thing over and over again. And overall, while they do require a very, very hot basking spot, they are one of the coolest, more laid back monitors you can get out there. So if you're interested in buying a monitor, I strongly recommend these guys. Moving up from Bowser is our boy Sky, in a very large tank for a blue-tongued skink, but I need to spruce it up. So if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions of plants or rocks or something like that that you'd like to see in Sky's tank, please let me know. When I go to work next, I'll pay attention and see if there is any like universal rocks, so like the fake rocks that I can put in the back. It'll suit as a hide as well as somewhere for him to climb and kind of explore. He is a Maruki blue-tongued skink. A beautiful one at that. He's got UVB up there, he's got heat, and he's just got what I had in his old tank for right now. Let me know in the comments down below what you think I should add to his tank. And here we are at the last of the room. We have Dixon, the Uroplatus guntheri. You can see his tank here is doing pretty well. He's about running away right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him on camera very well, but I will do my best. There we go. What's up, my man? Hanging out, chilling, relaxing. I will be feeding him right after this video. And he's doing well, so I cannot complain. A little bit more information about Dixon, the Uroplatus guntheri. He is in a 12 by 12 by 18 Zoom Ed tank. I don't love the Zoom Ed tanks, but that's what I had lying around. The only reason I don't like it is just by the locking mechanism, because sometimes I close it and it doesn't close fully, so that's kind of a bummer. But other than that, they're great tanks, and I need to trim back that ficus plant because it is sucking out all the light from the rest of his tank, which I guess he might not care too much about, but it does kind of make it rough for filming when there's no light. So if you guys are, I guess, more long-time followers or really have paid attention in any of the last Reptile Room tours, you might notice that I omitted Striker from this update, and there's good reason for that. I'll get into it more in an upcoming video that I have for you guys, but he's fine. He's good. He is recovering from a slight burn. I'm not afraid to admit that. I did not check the rating of the UVB percentage on the bulb that I was given in his tank, and needless to say, it was way too high for what he should be having, and I was away in Belize for, well, 2 weeks, and my mom did not pay attention too much, so he does have a bit of a burn. For those of you that are worrying, do not worry. He is good. He will make a full recovery, and I'll be making a video on like burn recovery in the future. So I'm letting you guys know, I'm being completely open and honest with you. Hopefully it doesn't burn me in the comments, but if you liked the video, make sure you drop a like down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, make sure you put them in the comments section. I reply to pretty much every comment that I get. For those of you that have watched to the very end, if you are a graphic designer and or logo designer and want to help me out, I will pay. I have no problem paying, but I know sometimes they're very expensive, more than I can afford. So if you guys are willing to do some logo design and some just graphic design for me, that would be incredible. Just shoot me an email. There'll be links in the description for my email, and I'll be sure to get back to you. With that being said, if you want to see more reptile, frog, fish, plant videos in the future, make sure you click the subscription button down below, as well as click that notification bell and make sure you get notified every time I post a video, because YouTube is terrible at letting people know when other people post videos. For those of you that have made it this far, if you're interested in the jam-packed July that's going to be happening, it's basically a replacement for May Madness. It is going to be a video every single day of July, whether it's just a quick iPhone video, hopefully not. I shouldn't be doing that, but if, you know, something comes up, then that might be the case. But there will be a video or a live stream every day, so make sure you click that subscribe button now, and we'll catch you next week.